Taurus, welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. I am the Chariot, and this will be your timeless general read. So whenever you're meant to find it, it's meant for you. This will be for anyone with a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Cross watchers are welcome. I do have a couple of disclaimers. One, Taurus, this is the second time that I have done your video. I was not happy with the video that I did on Monday. I really felt like the energies were just a little too chaotic for what I wanted to put out on YouTube. Because of that, I am going to do a completely different spread. I'm thinking about doing more future looking for y'all because there was just a lot of heavy past energies that came up. I personally think that the reason why it was very, past life, past relationship heavy is because there's two things in your sign right now, Taurus. Uranus is in your sign, and Uranus is the planet of chaos and unexpected events and upheaval. So that's one part. The other part is our North Node is currently in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. Whenever that happens, what it really is cosmically is that these two signs are going through some sort of justice or karma. So as we get closer, and I think you guys, our North Node will be in Taurus until April or May. So as we get closer to April and May, just expect things to be all over the place, okay? In addition to that, we are coming up on eclipse season. We're also, when I record this video, in the month of Libra, which is all about justice and specifically karmic justice and weighing out the scales. So I say all of that to say we'll see what comes up. Like I said, I really want to focus on what's future coming for you, so we'll focus on the next 3 months. I want to do a couple of oracle decks. I will be doing an ancestor oracle and then these Egyptian god oracles cards that I also got. I was called to read from those as well for you. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. Other disclaimer that I want to give, I am still doing my giveaway. In order to qualify for the giveaway, you just have to like and leave a comment below. And your comment could just be, I watched or I liked the video. It doesn't have to be anything very thought-provoking. But that'll enter you to win the monthly giveaway of $150. And then for those who don't win the $150 giveaway, I am doing a quarterly giveaway of $250 that will be announced on December 15th. All right, and the monthly giveaways will be announced, the winners will be announced on the 1st of every month, okay? All right, Taurus, so let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you. I'll do 3 cards for the month of October, 3 cards for the month of November, and 3 cards for the month of December. We'll do some clarifying, and then we'll do oracle, all right? They're telling me that is enough shuffling. So let's see, Taurus. For the month of October, you have the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Swords reversed, and the 8 of Wands reversed. For the month of November, you have Temperance, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil reversed. For the month of December, you have the 7 of Pentacles reversed, the Princess or the Page of Cups, and the Fool reversed. Bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the 5 of Swords, Jesus, and the 4 of Wands. I'm going to take that and leave that there. Okay, Taurus, so to start, for the overall, what I want to note is the blocked energy for the next 3 months. So you have the 8 of Wands reversed, the 7 of Pentacles reversed, the Fool reversed. The Devil reverse is not blocked energy to me. If anything, it is someone who is actively trying to remove toxicity from their life. So we're not going to count the devil being in reverse as blocked energy. But the Eight of Wands is all about communication and action. There's something, and what's weird is it's juxtaposing the Six of Swords that you have here, which was your first card out. This is all about movement. It's over water and swords. The Six of Swords always gives me like a mental and emotional movement forward, like you have some sort of like baby epiphany, right? Because the Judgment card would be the actual like awakening, right? The Six of Swords is more just like, I have to get out of this job, this relationship, this whatever, like, and I need to, you know, I'm hearing bring my body into a more healthy state mentally and emotionally off of this Six of Swords. You also are trying to heal from some sort of betrayal. We have the Ten of Swords that's in the reverse. This is all about forgiveness for something. But what's interesting is then following that is the Eight of Wands reverse, which is, you know, blocked communication, blocked action. So I don't know if you yourself are blocked, or as part of you believing whatever the situation is, you end up blocking the person, or you quit your job or something like that. I'm with the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups that came at your bottom of the deck, it's giving me more relationships, so I'm just going to stick with that. And to be honest with you, Taurus, most of the readings that I have been getting for you are around relationship. I can, you know, I'll make it a point next time to do just a specific money read for you. You do have the Ace of Pentacles here, so there is an opportunity to make money in November. But again, you have this, in November, there is this angel and devil energy here with the Ace of Pentacles in between it. I'm almost getting a feeling that this Temperance card is pinging off of this Eight of Wands that's in the reverse. So let's just say that you end up blocking someone that you eventually are trying to move away from in the month of October, right? And work on healing your heart, Ten of Swords in reverse, and kind of licking your wounds. In November, you start to focus on the Temperance Angel is, you know, Archangel Raphael for me. And Archangel Raphael is really all about balancing out your emotional with your physical health, right? Which is needed, right? Especially if you're leaving something that was long term, or you know, something that a relationship that you really enjoyed, something of that nature. But it really is, it's like you see that, and then that kicks off this Ace of Pentacles. I'm not gonna lie, is giving me a baby awakening. It's like some sort of, the divine delivers you some sort of message, some sort of gift. It's 3D based with it being Ace of Pentacles. So it's either evidence or, you know, I don't know why I'm hearing evidence. It's like the evidence that you need in order to fully heal your heart, or you just like through a meditation, or just randomly you get this kind of spark of genius or a download from spirit that really like propels you into the devil in reverse energy. The devil in reverse is, you know, someone who's trying to unchain themselves from the devil, really taking a look at the toxicity and the roles that either toxic behaviors or escapism or relationships, right? Because we can use people or in the forms of like sex or things like that. Like how those things create devilish energy in your life. So it being in the reverse is beautiful to me. This is awesome, right? So by the end of November, it's like beginning of November, I'm hearing even like end of October, Archangel Raphael steps in to help you heal whatever this wounding was with the Ten of Swords, and you get some sort of download that then helps you release some of that pressure of that toxicity. Um, then we get to December, and there's double blocked energy of the Seven of Pentacles reverse and the Fool reverse. Here's the reason why I'm not, in regards to your finances, I should say. It worries me a little bit that we're going from the Ace of Pentacles to a Seven of Pentacles being in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles reverse is negative thoughts, bad memories, but it's also bad investments, right? Because in the upright, he's like wondering to himself, like, okay, I can, here's my harvest, right? But all the work that I put in to get my harvest, was it worth the effort? In the reverse, it's like, no, it was not, right? The energy that you put into something, you do not absolutely get back. Like, it's a waste of time. It's really what the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is saying. So my words of advice to you, Taurus, is over the next month, really monitor where your energy goes, okay? Really pay attention to the friends that are in your energy that you spend time with, anything that you do privately as like a hobby or something like that. Like, I'm just getting a sense here of Spirit wanting you to really take a look at, okay, here's what my standard day looks like. Where does my energy go, right? And are there things that I can cut out that just do not serve me, right? Think Devil in the reverse. It's almost like, and this is completely normal, right? When we get an epiphany, it's not like the next day we wake up and we're a completely different person. Change takes time, right? And that's what I'm getting from this, is there's a little bit, and Gemini also got this, so maybe go back and read the Gemini read. I also, again, think it's a lot of that Uranus and North Node energy that we're in that has people really kind of in between light and dark, right? And the reason for that is just so that we have a point of reference, that we know, because you can't know what the light feels like without the dark. Do you get what I'm saying? But monitor your own actions is what I'm hearing, and take stock of where your energy goes throughout the day. And so if your money is low and you're having a hard time manifesting new money, or you lose a job or something like that, like, I'm just getting a sense here of someone needing to take a step back and monitor their investments. And I don't just mean financially, I mean spiritual investments as well. This Princess of Cups, I'm not gonna lie, is giving me sadness. I've never felt the Five of Cups on a Page of Cups before, but that is what this Page of Cups is giving me. Definitely gonna clarify her and see what's going on there. This Fool in the reverse, it's very stubborn energy, which is not surprising. You guys are, the Bull. I'm just hearing stubborn and blocked. Now this is at the end of the year, so let's see what's going on there. Because yeah, all I'm getting is just like energetically on the table. Outside of the Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, like, these are kind of in an area all on their own. But then there's all this blocked energy, and so it's even showing me like, or it's not showing me like January. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, these are the tests that you have to pass in order for your January to really shake out. I hope that makes sense. All right, your bottom of the deck, which for me is what you don't see coming, you have the Three of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Remember, I was saying monitor where your energy goes. Excessive partying, running away from your responsibilities, running away from, I'm hearing family matters, right? And what's interesting to me is that the Seven of Swords is running to the Three of Cups. So that escapism that I was talking about earlier, all of that is bad juju, right? what the North Node and the Uranus and Taurus energy is asking you to do is to look at your behaviors, look at your escapism, right? The self-sabotaging energy around your home environment or even within your relationships, right? Because the Four of Wands is the halfway to marriage card normally for people, but I'm also hearing just relationships, even familial relationships. So your relationship with your parents or your siblings, like there's a little, there's not a little, there's a lot with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. It's a lot of self-sabotage, alienation, um, hiding your feelings and your thoughts and your feelings from your friends and your family member, and instead putting on this Three of Cups front of like it's always a party and everything is okay. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse here, Taurus. Everything is not okay. Okay. So I like, you can, the wheel is always turning, right? So it can always turn the right way. And I would say the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Pentacles is beautiful, beautiful energy. It's really good for your finances too. But I feel, remember I was saying this was giving me blocked energy before your, 2023 energy shakes out. Spirit wants you to look at yourself a little closer, a little deeper. Okay, so let's go ahead and start doing some clarifying and see what else Spirit wants to share with us. I'm just going to shuffle these and pull off the top. I want to get something on this Ten of Swords, the Eight of Wands. We'll clarify most of these, so. Because there's a good number here that I really want to dig into. Alright, so clarifying the Six of Swords is the Eight of Pentacles reverse, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. If you have most recently lost a job or found or have been penny pinching recently, you standing in Queen of Swords energy is what is going to propel you forward. Queen of Swords is someone who is, it's an air sign if this is a person, but I'm getting more so Spirit saying like the days of you really being in this state of mental state of financial lack is moving on to calmer waters. It's basically what it's saying, because we're clarifying the Six of Swords, right? But that comes with mental clarity. Remember I was saying really take stock at like where your money goes, right? Also take stock at what helped me financially was recognizing like when I was in certain moods I would spend more money, right? Or if I felt sad, I would spend money on stupid stuff. Like take stock on those kind of things and cut out the things that, aren't beneficial for your long-term dreams. But yeah, I although the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse and sometimes that gives me someone who has lost their job, it's clarifying the Six of Swords. So if you have lost your job, you will get a new job come October, is basically what it's saying. Clarifying the Ten of Swords reverse is the Empress, the Lovers, Holy Major Arcana, and the Eight of Wands, or the Nine of Wands reverse, the Wounded Warrior. If this is a relationship that you were leaving, I feel like Taurus, I don't know if you or the other person made the decision not to move forward with the relationship. And I say that because the Nine of Wands being in the reverse is The Knight of Wands upright is all about, he's holding the Ace of Wands, and the idea is he's wounded. He just went through this hard fought battle. Can I speak right now? He just went through this hard fought battle, and he still is going to get back out there. He's still ready to give it a go, right? He just needs to compose himself, and then he's on his way. In the reverse, it's like, no, this was too painful, right? And so I'm getting here someone making the decision, whether that was you or your partner. The Empress can represent a I'm hearing a very abundant, very flirtatious for some reason woman. She's represented from a sign perspective. She's a Pisces or a Libra. There was also the Queen of Swords is an air sign, so a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But take that as it resonates. All the signs are really here out on the board. But I'm getting more of a sense of someone, for my divine feminines out there, you decide to step into Empress energy, and you made the decision not to rewound yourself, not to get back out there. And that is what the Ten of Swords in reverse is really about. Because this way, it's like you can expect some sort of betrayal. This way, it's like I'm done with the betrayal. I'm forgiving the situation, forgiving myself, and I'm moving on. Right? It's the Ten of Swords reverse is all about forgiveness. And so, yeah, so it makes sense to me why those clarifiers are there, because it's like you just decide that enough is enough, basically. So let's see what we can get on this Eight of Wands. Clarifying the Eight of Wands reverse, you have the Four of Swords, the Two of Cups reverse, and the Chariot reverse. You have double water sign here, so a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Again, Pisces has shown up twice. Libra has shown up twice. Praying for a relationship that could not, I'm hearing, stand the test of time. Trying to recover from a relationship that could not. The Chariot reverse is someone who lacks the ability to, who lacks the discipline and the ability to work towards a goal. In the upright, this is the Emperor in his car making very executive decisions, basically. The two sphinxes that are here are supposed to represent light and dark, right? He's taking the middle path. In the reverse, it's the decision making is poor, and it's next to impossible to move on because you lack discipline. I feel like Taurus, this is one of the things, because this Chariot reverse is pinging off of this Devil reverse, which the Devil and the Chariot, if you take a look at the cards, they're pretty similar. The only difference is the Devil has chained two people, whereas the Chariot, it's a Sphinx, right? So it's kind of like, you know, the same energy but different. Yeah, I definitely get a sense here that whatever action that is you're not taking at this time, Spirit wants you to look at maybe ways that you can discipline yourself better, right? Setting a schedule or setting little goals, right? Instead of thinking the larger goal, break the larger goal down into smaller goals, and then, you know, try and accomplish it that way. Clarifying Temperance is the Knight of Cups reverse, the Tower reverse, and the Hierophant. I was wondering if I was going to get the Tower for you, Taurus, because I'm not going to lie, it all feels like Tower energy. Remember I was saying, off of this Ace of Pentacles, I was getting an epiphany, an aha moment, evidence coming to light. With this Hierophant being here, this is a spiritual lesson for you. Whatever it is that you're going through at this time, whatever this block, stuck energy is that's keeping you from being chariot in the upright, Seven of Pentacles and the Fool in the upright. It's it's all a lesson and a blessing, right? This is all for your spiritual growth and ascension. And it looks like in November you do have some sort of epiphany. You do get some sort of tower moment, and I will pull on the tower separately to see what it has to say. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Sun reverse, the Page of Cups again, the Knight of Pentacles reverse. The Sun reverse is depression. Remember I was saying off of this Page of Pentacles that originally came up in the upright, it was giving me sadness. Taurus, I feel like you're going through a dark night of the soul. Look it up. It is a, you know, we all go through them throughout our lives. And I feel like this puts you in a dreaming state where you're trying to manifest with your mind what you want the future to look like. But again, we have another card here, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Chariot reverse, Seven of Pentacles reverse. This is all about procrastination, laziness, being undisciplined, not planting seeds, not working towards your future. That's what this stuck energy is. And I expect that in November, the burden of that gets overwhelming, which is what leads to the Devil reverse. So we'll see. Clarifying the Devil reverse is the Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands reversed. More burdened and depressed energy. Taurus. I will say, my thing about the Ten of Wands, you may hear me say this, there are two cards in tarot that I just completely, I don't want to say I hate them, but they annoy my spirit, okay? And that's the Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords. The Ten of Wands annoys my spirit because really what this man is carrying is his own harvest, right? So it should be something celebratory, right? Like he planted all these, you know, stalks of corn or I don't know, whatever it is that he's holding, bread or something. But like he's carrying all these on his own. I'm sure he didn't plan all these on his own. So you get what I'm saying? Like this card is really saying ask for help. Reach out to your community, right? You should not, if you have this large harvest, you need help getting that to go get it processed or whatever, and even replanting. Like you don't have to do this alone is what the Ten of Wands is saying, right? It's too hard on your own. I'm not going to lie, November feels rough, Taurus. And again, I think it's because you're going through think of a dark night of the soul as a funnel, right? When it first starts, you know, maybe you're getting little signs and synchronicities that this needs to change about you, or you should do some shadow work here, whatever. As we get to the bottom of the funnel, before you squeeze out into the new and improved, think you 2.0, right? The weight gets heavier, the depression gets deeper, right? The impatience, I'm just getting impatience and unable to move, like serious depression. These are cards of serious depression, okay? And it gets that way so that we can, Ten of Wands, ask for help, right? Maybe seek a therapist, see a psychiatrist. You know, I will be the first to say, you know, sometimes my depression gets to a point where I know I need to go back into therapy, or, you know, look at changing my meds or something like that. Like that's the sense that I'm getting for November for you, where it's almost like it's too much even for you to handle. You're a bull, you're normally very strong and very bullish, right? You can take on the world. But in November, it's feeling dark. But I want to say it's not lonely, okay? That's going to be my main thing that I want to say for you for November. You don't have to do it on your own. All right, let's see. Let's get something on December, and then I think I want to pull on this Tower reverse and the Wheel of Fortune that came in the reverse, and see what else we can get on those. Okay, so clarifying the Seven of Pentacles reverse, you have, listen, didn't I say I cannot stand this card? I will say it's in the reverse. So the Two of Swords upright, the reason why it irritates my soul is because this woman is trying to defend herself blindfolded, standing up against the sea. In what history have you ever heard of someone being able to defend themselves blindfolded? Like, it just makes no sense. Now, in the reverse, it means the blinders are off. You're starting to see. And I'm also hearing you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Eight of Swords reverse. You're getting out of your mental prison. Oh God, this is so much happier. There is Death reverse. So there's still a little bit, and this Death reverse is pinging off of this Fool that's in the reverse that we'll get to here in a second. So there's still something that you're holding on to, Taurus, in December that you are not trying to change. Clarifying the Princess of Swords, we have the King of Swords reversed now, the Seven of Swords reversed, and the King of Wands. So the Princess of Cups is all about dreams and imagination, and because that fish that's in the cup there is the person is dreaming about. So it's almost like your perspective around King of Swords reverse. This is bad judgments, bad decisions, right? Not heeding advice. Seven of Swords reverse, not running away. What's interesting is the Seven of Swords in the reverse is looking at this King of Swords in the reverse. And it's like, so you see what needs to be done to unchain you from this devil. You see what needs to be done so that your Knight of Pentacles, which is now in the reverse, needs to be what you need to do in order for it to be in the upright, right? Remember, I was getting, procrastination and laziness and not moving forward. It's like you see that, but you're also still in. So King of Wands, the King of Wands, as much as he is a visionary leader and super confident, he can be really arrogant and stubborn. Okay. And I'm almost getting a sense here of Spirit saying that your dreams aren't matching your reality, Taurus. Which is fine. It's okay to dream big, right? But do you, Knight of Pentacles, have a plan for this dream? Or are you just wasting energy dreaming about something when but you're not taking active steps to make that a reality? Do you follow me? That's what I'm getting. And it's like, and choosing instead to just dream it, to keep it here in the mind. Everything starts in the mind, so that's a good place to start, right? Is to envision it actually happening. But then we need to do the work, right? Spirit can only do so much for us, right? We need to do the work in order to make that dream a reality. And this King of Wands is giving me stubborn, stuck energy and inflated sense of, like, I'm just getting someone who just, it's almost like you go through this dark night of baby dark night of the soul in November, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but then you kind of revert back for a second. Spirit, what is this Fool card? You have Justice, King of Cups, and the Ten of Cups reverse. So the Fool reverse is someone who isn't ready to move forward, someone who makes foolish decisions. And then again, going back to that King of Swords reversed, Justice steps in to help you control your emotions and end the fairy tale. Because the Ten of Cups, in the upright, it is all about emotional fulfillment. It is also the happily ever after fairy tale card. This card is not really based in reality, right? This is the fantasy. It's a fantasy card. It being in the reverse tells me that the delusion and the fairy tale and the fantasy is gone, right? Yeah, so I want to do this. I want to pull out the King of Wands, the Tower reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and we're just gonna see what that's about. Yeah. And then we'll close out your reading, okay? Okay. It went Tower, King of Wands, and then the Wheel in reverse. Alright, let's see what we can get off of these. I will say, just looking at this and kind of reading it intuitively, it's like the Tower reverse can sometimes be avoiding a tower. I will tell you, you cannot avoid a tower. If Spirit is trying to get you to move, it will bring a tower, whether it's a small one or a big one, to get you to move. Really what the Tower in reverse is saying is that there was no foundation in the first place, and so the sky is now falling. Okay? The King of Wands, remember I said, was giving me, stubborn, egotistical, dreams not matching your reality. And then, the Wheel reverse is basically like bad timing, bad karma, something that isn't fated. So avoiding a tower around your ego, and knowing when fate or destiny is trying to get you to move in the right direction is what intuitively I'm getting from that. Alright, so clarifying the Tower reverse, we have the Nine of Wands in the upright now, the King of Swords in the reverse again, and the Strength card, King of Wands, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles reverse again, and the Six of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, we have the Three of Swords reverse, the Magician, and the Three of Wands in the upright now. I don't know if there's an air sign that you're dealing with. I want to lean in the direction and say yes, because we have the Queen of Swords and the Empress there. Remember that was giving me very heavy Libra energy. But there is someone in your energy, if this is not you, who wounds you through their harsh words. They are very aggressive. It could also be a Leo too with the Strength card that's here. Now, if that doesn't resonate, what it could also be is that your own mentality. Remember I was saying that negative thoughts or negative outlooks, or even thinking negatively about money. For example, saying, "Oh, I'm always broke." That's words are magic, right? It's called spelling for a reason. The words that come out of our mouth are spells, right? So you even saying I'm always broke, or I always have to work extra hard in order to just make ends meet, right? Like I can never have anything extra. Like though don't say those things. You're cursing your own life, right? So I'm getting a sense here of like spirit saying that they want you to take a look at where those thoughts originated, right? Who told you that you can't be wealthy? Who told you, right, that you'll only make enough for ends meet and never have anything extra? And if it's yourself and you're constantly rewounding yourself through that negative self-talk, now is the time for you to, the easiest way to do it is through affirmations, right? Which is just standing in front of the mirror and I say, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. Money comes to me very easily, right? Those sort of things. There's tons of money mantras or self-help mantras that you can find on the internet. And I would say start with I am statements. That's how our ancestors meditated. Something about the resonant, like our voice resonating within ourselves of the I am or the Om, right? Om, which means I am, really puts our bodies into alignment, and it tells all the cells in your body to receive this information, okay? I know that got like a little spiritual and deep there, but I felt like spirit wanted me to get that out to give you some sort of examples of things that you can do to help mitigate the negative Nancy in your head. For my divine feminines that may have been dealing with a emotionally and physically abusive male or or other partner, right? It is what is going to come up for you when you stand in front of that mirror and you say, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, I make my wise decisions. What's going to come up is what your abuser would tell you that was the opposite of that. That is completely okay. The idea here is to eventually, over time, overwrite those things, right? It took me a really, really long time, like 2 years, to get my ex-narc's voice out of my head. Okay, so you got to be patient with yourself. I'm getting here someone who doesn't even realize that the voice that they're hearing in their head is not their own. And so this tower that you're experiencing in November, possibly Taurus, is, I don't even know why I'm saying that to myself. I don't even know why I think that way. And that takes a lot to flesh out. Now, moving on to the King of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords in the upright now, the Seven of Pentacles still in the reverse, and the Six of Wands. I was kind of getting off of that Seven of Pentacles that was in the reverse here in December, especially after that Devil card. Although, like I said, the Devil's in the reverse, but it's like your ego keeps you in a self-imposed prison where you can't harvest or manifest, and there's something here about attention seeking and wanting external validation. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse also gives me addiction, specifically to pills of some sort, opioids generally, but take that as it resonates. Next to this Eight of Swords, I would say be cognizant of maybe getting pulled over. Like there's a little bit of an omen and a warning here for those who use recreational drugs that November, December is not a good time for you to be cruising around in your car with these recreational drugs. I'm just going to throw that out there. The Eight of Swords being here generally gives me jail time. And like baby jail time, not anything significant. But overall, I think what Spirit is calling attention to here, Taurus, is the ways in which you keep yourself trapped. Remember, we were talking about the negative self-talk, not monitoring where your energy or your money goes, and maybe even constantly worried about external validation. So people needing to validate or see your point of view, whereas you're not willing to see someone else's point of view. All right. Now, the Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse. I will tell you, I feel better about this now. This Three of Wands is all about future looking, future planning, looking out on the horizon and trying to turn the tides in your favor. This Three of Swords reverse and the Magician above it. This here's the thing: the wheel turns, right? Right now it's in the reverse. It could easily next month be in the upright, right? If you heed all of the synchronicities and the warnings that Spirit is giving you, and you do a little bit of shadow work, leveraging your resources. The Magician is all about using whatever tools he has on hand to accomplish and manifest his dreams, right? You're going to be, there's still a lot of heartbreak. There's still a lot of, and the healing, the Three of Swords reverse is about healing your heartbreak. So I'm almost getting a sense here of the future of is completely up to you, right? If you really do take a step back and do a little bit more shadow work, be gentle on yourself, work on your self-talk, work on where your energy goes, maybe even talk to a therapist, a mentor, you know, whoever you feel confident can give you objective and truthful feedback. The wheel can easily turn, you know, right side up, and then now you're looking at abundance. Now you're able to look forward. Now you can see the light through the clouds. Okay, Sagittarius. Real quick, I want to pull from the Kipper deck. Then we'll do ancestors and the Egyptian God Oracle. So let's see what the Kipper deck has to say. I feel like this video is going to be long, but I was called to do it, so we're just going to do it. Courtship in the reverse. I felt that. I really don't think that this is a time, Taurus, for you to be in a relationship. I feel like this is the time for you to be marriage. Coffin in the reverse was just the Death card in the reverse, and toil and labor. Yeah, like I was saying, I do not feel like this is a time for you to be in a relationship, Taurus. For my single Tauruses out there, or if you're just coming out of something, I feel like what Spirit wants to say with this marriage and coffin in the reverse, everything is fated, right? We do have free will. There is, you know, but there's generally an overarching plan for our life, right? Like it can take you longer or shorter to get someplace that you're supposed to, but overall, when it comes to marriage, children, stuff like that, you can generally parse all that stuff out of your birth chart, right? So I feel like it's saying, do not focus on the marriage. That will not change, right? Whether or not you're going to get married, or whether or not if you're fated to leave a marriage, right? Like all of that is fated. They want you toil and labor, fully focused on yourself right now. Okay, this is time for shadow work and releasing and being honest and gentle with yourself, and trying to look out in the horizon for what is coming up for you next, or what you want to accomplish next. All right, I'm gonna pull one ancestor card and then we'll read from the book. Okay, so let's see here. Spirit, can you give me one ancestor message? Is there any ancestors that want to come forward for Taurus and give me a message, please? Moon and cycles. This has came up a lot recently. I think there's a couple of things astrologically happening when I record this video. We're coming up on eclipse season 1, which is all about change and transformation. 2, Neptune is in retrograde. Neptune being in retrograde is all about, if you look at this card, it's very shadowy, it's very dark. Is all about the illusions, the self-illusions and delusions that we create for ourselves, right? Things get a little murky and weird up until, you know, I would say by November, because it goes direct like middle of December, right? By November, you're starting to see through the fog, right? But it's, there may still be a little bit of hidden energy and just unknown weirdness, okay, until December. So The book says about the moon very slowly blinks her single eye, then just as slowly opens it again, in a never-ending cycle that continuously holds a fascination for us. This prehistoric ancestor has undoubtedly held that same attraction for early humans with her stark beauty and constant presence, no matter what phase of the cycle is occurring. Birthed over 4.5 billion years ago, most likely with a cosmic collision where a large body smashed into primordial Earth, the moon's gravitational pull exerts its influence on the tides and in subtle ways of our bodies. She has inspired sacred ceremonies, ones that honor the sense of completion and release. At her darkest, we anticipate the waxing with sacred ceremonies that include prayers for manifestation of our dreams and hope. She provides a clear example of the multitude of cycles that are continuously playing out in our lives. You experiencing these periods of waxing and waning with your presence and your energy, though you may not notice these periods on a conscious level. Pay much closer attention to the sensations in your body that are indicating what part of this eternal cycle you're experiencing, as they don't necessarily correspond to the 29.5 days it takes for the grandmother moon to go back through a complete cycle. When you're feeling your fullest, honor this by acknowledging what is finished or complete in your life. Let go of that which no longer accords with the present circumstances, whether it's material goods, old beliefs, or even relationship. When your cycle is paralleling the new moon phase, make sure you have some time for quiet contemplation and imagining how you want to see the next several days, weeks, months, or year. Withdraw into solitude if you're feeling the need to do so. If you're called to join a ceremony for a full moon or new moon, do so. For the next month, observe Grandmother Moon and track her phases, noting how you feel when you do. Experience the comforting moonlight when she is at her fullest and see how you feel about her absence when she is in her darkest. Love that. It's one of the things that I started many years ago, mainly to track my actual moon cycle or my period. But when every journal entry, I also put what phase the moon is in. And over time, I started to realize, like, depending on the phase and also the sign that the moon was in, I would feel like, you know, certain things. Like, I know, for example, when the moon is in Cancer, all I want to do is snuggle up in my bed with some ice cream and watch, like, true crime shows. Like, that is the only thing that I want to do when the moon is in Cancer. And so I give myself that space and that time, right? I try not to overdo it on those days. That's what I'm hearing. Get to know your own internal cycles, right? Really keep track of how you feel throughout the month, and start to maybe gauge, like, some consistent themes that show up for you so that you can show up for yourself. Okay? All right. Lastly, let's see what the Egyptian gods have to say for you, Taurus. They said they just want me to shuffle this one time. Okay. We will shuffle one time. It's shuffled. They want this one. Sekhmet, justice. Listen, I took a whole spiritual class just on Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the goddess of chaos. The history of Sekhmet is she's the partying goddess, right? Like, she loves the party. She has two different sides of her, right? Which is the kind of fun, flirty, super sexual, loves wine, right, side of her. But when she gets angry, okay, when Sekhmet gets upset, it is like all hell breaks loose, basically. Like, it's total destruction, right? And so the theme of this class was basically going into the belly of Sekhmet to be reborn, right? Because really what she represents is Think the Death card, right? Major transformation. The fact that this deck has her as justice is completely validated. I'm hoping it gives the story, because I remember, like, bits of the story, but not so much. She was wronged. Her kind of, like, what's the word I want to say? Origin story. She was wronged And her way of getting everyone back was by getting them drunk and then eating them. Okay. So that's what it makes sense to me why she is the Justice card in this deck. Okay, it says the lioness headed female goddess with the sun disk on her head. Sekhmet is the divinity of war, epidemics, but also the protectress of forms of healing. She is the expression of duality between disease and healing, chaos and order, water and fire, the two elements from which matter and spirit are obtained. Sekhmet brings order and punishes those who disobey divine law. You have the opportunity to reconcile the opposing energies. Remember that all chickens come home to roost. Every person must experience the consequences of their actions, for better or for worse. Every action or thought generates a consequence. Proceed more calmly and patiently. Avoid extremes. Be your own magician. Balance your will and your goals. Be just and fair. Learn to judge and criticize constructively without hurting others. Love that. A couple things that I want to note here. The balancing between water and fire. We saw Archangel Raphael. So for my Catholics out there, call on Archangel Raphael also to help get you through this time. The balancing between light and dark. Remember, I was getting that from the temperance versus the devil that you had on the table. Avoiding extremes, taking the middle path. We saw the chariot. Every action or thought generates a consequence. Remember, I was getting from that King of Swords reverse. Monitor how you speak to yourself. Words are magic. Words are spells. Be your own magician. We saw the magician at the end. All of this is really, really beautiful. I think, Taurus, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's some heavy energies going around your sign. You're also a fixed sign, so getting you to change is not easy, right? And so I think what collectively Spirit is trying to do is to bring about a better version of yourself. And what they wanted to communicate here is this is not us beating you up just because it's beat up Taurus day, right? Or year or 18 months with the North Node being in Taurus. No, this really is for you to be the best version of yourself. And if anyone can do it, you can do it because you're a bull and you're strong. And once you guys get your mindset on something, can't get a Taurus to change their mind, right? All right, Taurus, that's all that I have for y'all today. I hope this video resonated. Like I said, I know it went long, but I really just felt like I had to give you guys something of substance after the last couple readings that I did, that just the energies were so past heavy. But I love this for you. I'm super proud of you. If this video resonated, give it a thumbs up. And while you're giving it a thumbs up, you might as well leave a comment below and qualify for the giveaway. We have a couple more days left in this month before I announce the winner, so you still have time. And I will check back in with you guys next week. All right, have a good day. Bye.